Hey, what is going on, guys? Spikebeat here, bringing you a little bit of Call of Duty Black Ops 3 gameplay. Here in the background is a bit of hardcore domination on Aquarium. This is a pretty good gameplay, I think. I'm super excited, especially this play right here. I was screaming like a little girl, just so excited that it actually worked, doing that little slide, hip fire. Oh, I was so excited. It's like my favorite play. This gameplay was amazing. It did not record the first half of this beginning here. I had going on this, I came in this opening round, went off to my left there and set up watching this spot right here in front of me where their whole team runs after capturing A. God, I think it was a triple or quad feed just on all those guys right in here. I do it later in the gameplay, also, just so you know. And right here, if you guys aren't using it, put awareness on your class like that. I don't know if you could hear it with me talking over it, but you can hear that guy coming from all the way around the corner. And this is just a sign that I need to up my vertical sensitivity, because that was just pathetic. Could not hit that guy to save my life. But anyways, that's enough for the gameplay right now. I will probably get distracted watching it right here, but I'll try to keep those to a minimum. But in today's episode, I want to talk about holding hands, and not in the cute way. Go to the mall, girlfriend, your wife wants you to hold their hand, or your little kid, where you hold their hand. No, I'm talking about those annoying times that people want to hold your hand, like, especially for me. I just wrote a huge paper. My teacher was trying to hold my hand the entire time. Give me a whole paper, basically. Write out a whole, 2 or 3 page thing on what your first page is going to be about in your big paper. Why? Why would I do that? That's just a waste of time. Especially, I sat down and I wrote my whole paper, big 10, 12 page paper in a night, maybe. And it was pretty easy. But all the process that the teacher wanted me to do leading up to it would have taken me a week and a half just to do all the prep work for it. And my paper would have been worse because I would have been pissed off, and I'm getting sick and tired of, for some reason, I'm just horrible when it comes into those situations of running up next to people. And especially, I'm hating that Vesper here in hardcore. Right here, guys, this spot, if you aren't using this spot, right here, it's amazing. Look at this. Just basically free kills. Especially with this M8. I don't want to say overpowered, because I think this gun is the best gun in the game. But they should not nerf it by any means. And this spot right here, tips and tricks, guys. Jump out of the water there, aim, fire, jump back down. And you are set. And right here, there should be another awareness. Yeah, listen to that guy. I've heard, gunshots that were quieter than that. But anyways, we have this whole issue of holding people's hands. And you can see this in Call of Duty. But with all issues, especially here in the US, all of our issues, you can see them start in school. In school, you have it, teachers trying to hold kids' hands because you have so many kids who need that help. But that's part of the problem, is that we're helping kids so much that they aren't having to learn with doing work. We're holding their hands. Hey, let me help you through. Let me get you on every single assignment. There's never that point, especially, I'm a 12th grader. By this point, you should have kids who are learning how to be self-sufficient, who are learning, hey, I need to get my work done by this point. But we're constantly holding their hands so that they're never hitting that point of learning to deal with doing stuff on their own. And really, this issue is more just the fact that we have a whole entire generation of really bad procrastinators coming up. But you also see this especially in the whole bullying aspect. Now, for starters, I totally disagree. I think bullying is a terrible thing. It shouldn't be something that we have to deal with. But sadly, in the world we live in, you have to. It's part of growing up, is learning how to deal with bullies. Learning, hey, people aren't nice at heart. People like to get what they want. They're going to do what they have to get what they want. And you have to learn how to deal with that. You have to learn to deal with, hey, I don't like this guy, but I have to work with him. I have to get along with him enough to get assignments done. But especially with the way that we're treating all of the bullying issue here, we're taking away that ability to deal with that. We're teaching kids that, hey, someone bullied you, go tell on them. That's not going to work in real life. Your boss is mean to you at work. If you go tell on him to his boss, it's a really good way to get fired. But we're not teaching kids this. We're teaching kids that, hey, there's no consequence for not being able to deal with people. And I think this is especially wrong, especially you have all of these zero tolerance policies of, hey, that kid did something to you and you did something back to him, that's life. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. This has been stated for hundreds of years. It is an actual law of physics that everything that happens has an equal and opposite reaction. But we have this system set up so that, no, if you do anything to him in return, then it's your fault. You're in trouble just as much as the guy who perpetrated it. And this is wrong because we're teaching kids to fear standing up for themselves. Yet at the same time, we're also telling them, hey, you need to stand up for yourself growing up. And I think this is it's one of the ironic things of growing up here in the U.S. and especially growing up in this generation. But you also see this in the safe zones of, oh, this is a safe zone for kids to be able to not be persecuted for things. That's not helping them at all. If you're teaching kids to just run away from their issues instead of standing up for themselves, instead of getting over their issues, the problems between them, and how this is a vital skill of being able to deal with things, to be able to deal with people who don't believe the same things as you, of being able to see that, hey, me and you, we might not agree, we might not have the same opinions on an issue, but that doesn't mean anything. That means that, hey, I have an opinion, you have an opinion, let's work on this, let's get this thing figured out. We don't have that here. And a little side note here, in the background, this is gameplay. Of course, it can't record the whole thing. I don't know why, but this was gameplay. I looped my Cerberus 3 times here in Hardcore Domination. If you are having a hard time getting streaks, come over to Hardcore Domination, because like I said, 3 times I got the Cerberus, and it was fun. This was the first game I played in Hardcore, since Black Ops 3 has come out. I'm a hardcore guy at heart. I don't know why I hadn't played it yet. But anyways, so you see this issue in school of trying to hold people's hand, trying to make sure that they're not offended, that they're not getting their feelings hurt. You see this, it comes to Call of Duty from the schooling system, of this way that we are treating the world itself. In the matchmaking, trying to make sure that kids aren't getting stomped playing here. That you don't have kids who feel terrible because they're getting beat really bad. I remember my first Call of Duty was Modern Warfare 3. That is 5 games ago. I wasn't bad. Like, I was generally, like, within the range of almost positive. Like, I wasn't going 2 and 30. I was never that guy. I was usually, like, the 18 and 20. Pretty reasonable. And that was like, holy cow, that's a great game. But I got my butt kicked. I didn't hate this game. I was like, I want to get better. I want to go out and I want to be better at this game. That's part of getting better at the game, is getting beat a ton. Here in this game, I can go 60-9 and be wrecking a lobby. And it's a lot of fun, but we have to be willing to kind of tell kids, hey, you're not good. Get better. And I think that's an issue just in the world in general right now. We're too afraid to tell people, hey, you're not good enough. Especially, you have old people driving. We don't want to tell them, hey, you're a bad driver. You shouldn't be driving. So we kind of just let them keep driving until they end up getting in a wreck and killing someone. We need to have this ability to tell people, hey, you're not good. Get better. Or, hey, you can't do it. Flat out. And you move on. That's just part of life. I hope you guys enjoyed the commentary. Be sure to comment down below if there's anything in particular that you want to see in the next video or anything that you want to say about this topic. Thanks for watching, guys.